As a single mother, my first job is care about Derek. Everything that I do is from him. When I moved to Philadelphia and this apartment, after 6 months, we need to connect with the world. I use internet to keep him in a language because that's the way to get connected with my family tradition. He has to know where he come from. We need internet essential. There's no excuses to not get connected.
Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B, providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B, Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
And good morning and welcome to Get in the Know, your favorite Monday morning TV show right here in HP, Highland Park, Michigan. I am your host, Marley Blackman, Marley B, that's me, and it's just you and I today. I'm going to give you some information and some news updates that's happening inside of Highland Park. I encourage you to give me a call at 313-868-0342 if you have any questions or comments on anything that I'm discussing or sharing today. Stay tuned in, stay locked in. We're going to talk about Highland Park and how we're looking to develop over 1,000 properties and how you can be involved. So stay tuned in and we'll be right back.
Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B, providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B, Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
As a single mother, my first job is care about Derek. Everything that I do is from him. When I moved to Philadelphia and this apartment, after 6 months, we need to connect with the world. I use internet to keep him in a language because that's the way to get connected with my family tradition. He has to know where he come from. We need internet essential. There's no excuses to not get connected.
And welcome back to your very own TV show, Get in the Know. I am your host, Marley Blackman, Marley B, that's me. I'm also your press secretary for the city of Highland Park, giving you the news that you want to know. You can always call in, chime in at any time at 313-868-0342. Again, that's 313-868-0342. So obviously, Highland Park is looking to grow. We're looking to be better, be a better city for everyone. So we have put out an RFQ. We're looking to redevelop over 1,000 properties. An RFQ is a request for qualifications. So we're looking for qualified developers to come and give us their qualifications and possibly a plan on what they can do with over 1,000 properties in Highland Park. So the city is working with the state and the county land banks in effort to develop over 7,000 properties. They're held by a public entity, the city, the county, or the state. So we got all these properties that are held by the city, public entity, the county, or the state, and we kind of put them all together, and it makes up a ton of properties, right? So we're looking for, they've all partnered with the city of Highland Park, and we're looking for them to come together, find developers so we can develop this city and make it whole and wonderful again, right? So the city's leaders say that they're looking to increase home ownership, boost the local economy, and improve the city's marketability. So if we do all of those things and we work together, then the city will be in the public's eye as a place that you want to go to, you want to live, work, and play. Highland Park is the home of Henry Ford's first auto factory. It was thriving back in the day, but like Detroit, it fell on hard times and suffered economically, especially after Chrysler moved its headquarters to Ann Arbor. So when that happened, it took away the tax base, and we all know that cities, they function on tax base. That's how you have your school, your schools, your police, and your fire department. These are the ways that they're paid through the tax base. So we need people, employable people to work in the city. We need economics in the city. We need companies in the city that are able to feed our tax bases. So we're looking to redevelop that. So Mayor Hubert Yap and the CED department are working with community stakeholders on this project. So if you are a developer, or you know a developer, or you have an idea, you can reach out to our CED department, Community Economic Development Organization, and call them at 313-252-0050 at extension 257. Again, you can call our CED department if you are interested in developing property, or you know someone who is qualified to develop property. And what that means, the qualifications mean you have a support team. So maybe you don't have all the money, or maybe you don't have all the resources, but you can work with different companies, construction companies, building companies that you can partner with to make these things happen. So again, you would call 313-252-0050 extension 257. That is our CED department. Now is the time to get involved, people. I know that Wayne County Land Bank has properties. If you don't want to be involved this way in a massive way, you can do some things by just contacting or going on the WayneCountyLandBank.com. And they have like a map, and you can put in where you want to buy properties. And it's not just Highland Park, it's Detroit, it's all over. But we're focusing on Highland Park because that's what this show is all about. So if you want to purchase property in Highland Park, they have a list of properties that they own, and they're not real estate holders. They don't want to hold on to properties. They want to make sure that you have them, you can do what you do best with them, whether it's redevelop them, repurpose them, and then turn it into a tax base so we can give back to the community, correct? So if you are interested, you can do that. They have homes as less, I think it's like $1,500, and then, or you can buy parcels of land for $250, which is a great deal. So if you're driving around the city of Highland Park and you see some vacant land, the land has an address to it, or if you go on the Wayne County Land Bank and they have vacant land, you can look at the address, and then they also have a map, and you can kind of cross-reference where it is and look at it, and it's only $250. That's what they're starting at. So I would really, really encourage you to do that, because if you purchase the land, you can build on the land at any time. All right, so stay tuned and stay locked in. We'll be right back with community and in the news in HP.
Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B, providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B, Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
And welcome back to your very own TV show, Get in the Know. I am your host, Marley Blackman. Marley B, that's me. I am also your press secretary for the city of Highland Park, giving you the news that you want to know, you need to know, and you deserve to know. As always, I encourage you to give me a call at 313-868-0342 if you have any questions and or concerns about anything that I'm reporting or anything that you want me to report about. I am here for you. I'm accessible, so please reach out to me. just me today, just you and I. We're just hanging out. I just wanted to make sure that I use this time to update you on a few things. So, in the news updates in Highland Park, the fire that happened at Bishop Moore Apartments at the beginning of March on Manchester Parkway between Woodward and 2nd Avenue, there was about 100 to 130 senior residents that were displaced because of a fire that happened on the 4th floor in one apartment unit. The great thing about the homes and the property in HP is that they're built tough. So the fire was contained in the one unit. However, there was smoke damage. There was water damage due to the fire department trying to put the fire out. So that hence the 100 to 130 people that were displaced. However, I wanted to just kind of let you guys know, because a lot of people don't get a chance to know exactly what the mayor's office does and his team. They're amazing, and I'm a part of the team. And just so that particular day, we had Detroit Assist, we had I believe Hamtramck Assist with the fire, their fire trucks, and we have those relationships. So if something happens in the city of Highland Park, we have Detroit Police, we have Detroit Fire, we have Hamtramck Police, we have Hamtramck Fire to always assist us, to give us more manpower so we can make sure that we're taking care of the residents in the community. However, the mayor did not, in most cases when there's a fire, the person or the people, they're on their own to, reach out to their family or American Red Cross or whomever to have some place to stay that night and to figure things out. Our mayor, Mayor Hubert Yap, opened up the rec center, which it housed everyone, 100, I think it was 117 people that did not go with family members. So literally it's like 9 o'clock at night, the mayor made the call to open up the rec center. We work with the American Red Cross to bring in cots and blankets, and we fed them and made sure that people had their medication because they, was seniors and things like that. And then the very next day, just to make sure that they were more comfortable, and to the apartment managers and owners of the Bishop Moore Apartments got it together as far as making sure that it was the people were able to return back to their homes. They needed another couple of days out. So the rec center was not really at an adequate place because people could not take showers and things like that. So the managers and the owners of the Bishop Moore Apartments were able to house these people, the seniors, the residents, in a hotel for 2 nights, so they could be a little bit more comfortable and take a shower. So kudos to them. Everybody just kind of pulled together as a community and as a team to make sure that these residents, these senior residents, were taken care of. So I just really, really appreciate that. So anytime that you see anything or you hear anything, we need your support. Everybody needs to kind of just pitch in and make it happen. That's what HP is all about. That's what family's all about, correct? So everybody's okay. Everybody's now placed back into their units, and everybody is safe. In the news, more updates. We are looking for our Highland Park Detectives Bureau unit, investigative unit, is looking for a gentleman by the name of Joseph Ivan Gray. Let me say that again. Joseph Ivan Gray. Date of birth is 9/29/80. He is a black male, about 6'1" in height, about 180 pounds. Suspect is wanted in Highland Park for the person of interest in a homicide of Oliver Olds. I don't know if you guys remember this story, but I reported this story on 24 and 7 when Oliver Olds was found dead in his apartment building. He was stabbed to death, and he was there for several days until his sister was looking for him and had the maintenance guy go into the apartment unit to find out if he was okay, and that's how the maintenance guy found him. Highland Park Police Department and detectives was right there on the scene, and so we're looking for a person of interest. And the person of interest, his name is Joseph Ivan Gray, date of birth 9/29/80. He is a black male and about 6'1". He is considered to be armed and dangerous, and so we really want him off the streets. If you know anything about him or his whereabouts, please don't hesitate to call 1-800-CRIME-STOPPERS, totally anonymous, or the Highland Park Police Department, which is also totally anonymous, 313-252-0050, extension 315 or extension 348. Again, we are looking for a person of interest, Joseph Ivan Gray, date of birth 9/29/80. He's a black male, about 6'1" and 180 pounds. If you know anything about this, please, or him or his whereabouts, please call 1-800-CRIME-STOPPERS or 313-252-0050, extension 351 or 348. Again, he's considered armed and dangerous, okay? All right, so we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the multiple school threats that happened last Friday and how that affected Highland Park. So stay tuned in, stay locked in, and we'll be right back.
As a single mother, my first job is care about Derek. Everything that I do is from him. When I moved to Philadelphia and this apartment, after 6 months, we need to connect with the world. I use the internet to keep him in a language because that's the way to get connected with my family tradition. He has to know where he comes from. We need internet essential. There's no excuses to not get connected.
Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B, providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B, Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
And welcome back to your very own TV show, Get in the Know. I'm your host, Marley B, Marley Blackman. I am also your press secretary for the city of Highland Park, giving you the information that you need to know, you want to know, and you deserve to know. It's a little weird because normally I'm interviewing someone, so it's just you and I. So if you want to call in and kind of keep me company, feel free to do so. I want to know how you guys feel about Comcast being in Highland Park. Has that made a big difference? Do you like the services? Do you like the quality of the product? I know that they were very excited about being here in Highland Park, and they have taken over. They bought out MyCom, who was the residential Comcast carrier for the city of Highland Park. And so now we have Comcast. So we're moving up in the world. So that speaks volumes about what's happening and what's going to happen in the city of Highland Park, because when big business start making moves, you got to look at it and follow it yourselves and say, wow, if they're coming here, then something major is getting ready to happen. I'm telling you, it's going back to what I talked about in the beginning about making sure that you're buying property. If you don't already own homes in Highland Park, or at least some property, just buy something, buy a parcel of land just to say that you own a piece of it, because it is going to grow right in front of your eyes, and then you're going to be looking like, why didn't I do anything to become a part of the movement? Just like Detroit and downtown Detroit, they're building hotels like crazy. They're building restaurants like crazy, apartments and condos, and it's just going up and up and up. And it's actually, Detroit is known to be the number 2 or 3rd place to visit and to move to in the United States of America. That's insane, because probably 2 years ago was the worst city to live in. Now it's number 3. So there's some change happening, and I just want you guys to be a part of it with a small city that fits right inside of the city of Detroit. That they have to put money into it. They have to put development dollars into it. There is a process. There is a vision for the city of Highland Park. I know that you cannot probably see that now, but it is. So while the property is still cheap enough for us to get our hands on it, why don't we try to invest into that and just hang on to it, even if it's a parcel of land. And again, you can go to the Wayne County Land Bank and purchase that property if you are interested. And I think I have a number for you if you want to go to the Wayne County Land Bank and look at that. So The Wayne County Land Bank, actually, what you can do is you can call 313-252-0050, extension 231. 231, and they will be able to give you all of the numbers that you need for the Wayne County Land Bank, or you can go to the WayneCountyLandBank.com and pull up a ton of list of properties that they have available for you. So last Friday, I received several calls from the media wondering if Highland Park was included in the school threat that affected over 40 schools. So what I want to say is, if you have children at home who are on social media, which everybody's child or grandchild is on social media some sort of way, they need to understand how to be responsible with social media. You can receive 20 years in prison by making prank jokes like this. They're taking these things really, really seriously. So Detroit Police Chief James Craig, we had him on the show about a month ago. We all know that we see him on TV. We see when something happens in his city, which is Detroit. He's the first person to get in front of the camera, and he's the first person to say that there's zero tolerance for any kind of negative behavior. I say the same thing about the city of Highland Park. So does our police chief, Chester Logan. So you just need to really get it together and just stop playing these practical jokes and doing things as if we're not going to find out who you are, and then you're going to have to pay the consequences. So, since the Florida school shooting on February 14th, Detroit Police Department received a total of 40 threats. 40 threats, consisting of 2 bombing threats, 34 shooting threats, and 2 bombings and shooting threats. Wow. Are you serious? What is the purpose of that? So obviously, when something like that happens, we have to take it very seriously. We have to stop everything, stop the press, and investigate to make sure that our children and the people around those schools are safe. So at one of the targeted schools, it was King Academy. Class was already in session when the bomb squad arrived at the school. It was reported that a suspicious package was there. The kids were dismissed right after. It was found to be safe. However, so can you imagine if you were the person who put the package there knowing that it was fake and you're just trying to do a practical joke, or you're trying to scare them? Do you know if you were that person and they actually found out that that was you, that you could get 20 years in jail? So imagine if you were a 17-year-old kid, or you were your 17-year-old grandkid, or your 17-year-old child did that. 20 years in prison. That means no prom, no marriage, no career, no starting out with just a good life, nothing. That all goes down by the wayside if that happens. It's an automatic 20 years. So it's interesting. So anyone arrested could potentially face charges of terrorism. That's not something that you want on your resume. And making threats online. If convicted, those charges carry a 20-year penalty. And they're really serious about that. There's no, oh, he was a good boy or she's a good girl. She just made a mistake. He just made a mistake. There's no pleading your case. So talk to your children now. Don't do it. Craig said that in the last 24 hours, Detroit Police Department has received 23 threats. 3 juveniles and 1 adult have already been arrested for numerous threats. Can you believe that? 3 juveniles, meaning that they're under the ages of 18, meaning that they are going to get charged with a 20-year penalty. Under the age of 18, their whole career is over. Just crazy. Craig says more people will be in custody soon. He's not playing. It's going to end, he said. We know that these types of threats can carry significant fear. The chief also says any parent found covering for their child could also face charges. Any parent that's saying, oh, my son Billy Joe didn't do it, or Lil Ray Ray didn't do it, again, he made a mistake, please forgive him. He's not taking that. No one's taking that. Right now, talk to Billy Joe, Little Ray Ray. Right now, make sure that they understand that this is very serious. It's not, they're no longer playing with this. Literally, The taxpayers' dollars go into stopping everything. I know on Friday, this just the city of Highland Park, we had meetings with the FBI to protect our students here, and we're just a small city. So imagine Detroit and how much resource has to go into that. So they're mad. By the time they find out who's done this, they had to stop what they were doing, put extra resources, dollars, into finding out who did this, and then once they're captured, they're livid. So they are going to make sure that your child is going to receive the maximum penalty, which is 20 years. So I encourage you to talk to your children now about how serious this is and that it's not a joke. It's crazy. If you have any questions about that and you want to talk more about that and find out what happened with the city of Highland Park, you can always feel free to do that by calling me at 313-252-0050, extension 358, I believe is my extension. Again, that's 313-252-0050, extension 358. So what happened with the schools in Highland Park, so you know we have 2 charter schools here. So we did act and we did close. One school was already going to be closed on Friday, but we did close the other school down just to make sure that we were following suit and protecting our children and our families. So anything that happens that you hear that happens in Detroit or surrounding cities, we're taking those same caution measures to make sure that we're protecting you as well. If you ever hear anything on the news and you're just unsure, you can always give me a call and find out, and I'll be able to tell you what's happening and what we're doing to make sure that you're protected. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with some mayor updates, and we'll be right back.
As a single mother, my first job is care about Derek. Everything that I do is from him. When I moved to Philadelphia and this apartment, after 6 months, we need to connect with the world. I use internet to keep him in a language because that's the way to get connected with my family tradition. He has to know where he comes from. We need internet essential. There's no excuses to not get connected.
Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B, providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B, Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
And welcome back to your very own TV show, Get in the Know. I am your host, Marley Blackman. Marley B, that's me. I am also your press secretary for the city of Highland Park, giving you the information you need to know, you want to know, and you deserve to know. So our wonderful mayor, Mayor Hubert Yap, is inviting you to his second annual community town hall meeting, which is going to be this Wednesday, March the 28th, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Ernest T. Ford Fieldhouse on 10 Pickett Street in Highland Park, Michigan. These meetings are really, really important to the community, so I encourage you to come. Even if we talked about investing in the city of Highland Park, even if you live in Detroit or you live in the surrounding city, I encourage you to come so you can see from everyone that runs the city will be there talking about what's happening in the city and the direction it's going in. So everybody from legal, finance, community economic development, code enforcement, public safety, fire department, human resources, the building department, the Department of Public Works, the recreation department, and the water department. So, and the mayor himself, and then I'll be there too. So if you're interested in learning more about Highland Park, or if you live in Highland Park and you want to know what's going on at City Hall with the administration, what are they doing to move this city forward, now's the time to find out. Come to the mayor's second annual community town hall meeting on Wednesday, March the 28th, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Again, I will be there, and you know, we won't be taking questions though at the meeting. So what happens is, if you have questions, go on to the highlandparkmi.gov website, and then you're able to ask your questions there. And so we'll pull the questions down from there, and then we'll be able to answer them. But at the meeting, we don't want to keep people a long time. So if you want to, if you have any questions, feel free to go online and ask those questions as well. Otherwise, all of those departments that I named will be talking about what they're doing for each department and how it's going to affect the city of Highland Park, and what you can do to be a part of the city and to make it just a better place. I know that we've had our building department on, Jack, a couple of times, and he talked about, because the building department is new, he talked about some of the do's and don'ts and things that you can do, license that you're supposed to get if you're owning and operating a business, a residential home, and things of that nature. So he'll be there really going into depth about that. Each department is going to go through a whole PowerPoint of what they're doing and how it affects the city, and so you don't want to miss it. Everybody that's going to be that's a part of the city in any kind of way that that affects the city will be speaking at that meeting. So make sure that you are in attendance. Again, if you have questions, don't hesitate to call me at City Hall at 313-252-0050, extension 258 is my extension. I'll be more than willing to answer any questions and or concerns that you may have. I don't know if you're following the mayor's Facebook page, but it's Mayor Hubert Yap, Highland Park. And if you can go on his page and like his page, and then a lot of the information that happens in the city, we always have it updated on his Facebook page as well. So that's how you can stay in the loop. Also, if you live in the city of Highland Park, we are always encouraging you to start a block club. I can help you with that. If you don't have a block club and you're wanting to start one, I can help you start the block club, give you all the information, also show you how to get grants for your block to improve your block and improve your neighborhood. So if you're interested in that, give me a call, reach out to me, and I'll be able to help you with that. We're going to talk a little bit about, again, everyone is invited to the town hall meeting. There's going to be snacks and stuff like that at the meeting. You'll be able to meet the mayor. You'll be able to meet all of these people that run the city, from legal to finance to HR. If you're looking at wanting to even work for the city of Highland Park, HR will be there, and you can connect with our HR department. I know that we are currently seeking police and firefighters. So police officers and firefighters, we are always seeking those wonderful people to help us with our city services. So if you are interested in that, our HR department will be at the town hall meeting, or you can always go to City Hall and inquire, or online, again, at highlandparkmi.gov. All right, so we're going to take a quick break. I am going to talk about what's happening in HP that is big this year. It's huge. It's huge. It's huge. You want to stay tuned and stay locked in, and make sure that you hear what the announcement that I'm going to make when I come back from break. So stay tuned and stay locked in. We'll be right back.
As a single mother, my first job is care about Derek. Everything that I do is from him. When I moved to Philadelphia and this apartment, after 6 months, we need to connect with the world. I use the internet to keep him in a language, because that's the way to get connected with my family tradition. He has to know where he comes from. We need internet essential. There's no excuses to not get connected.
Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B, providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B, Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
And again, welcome back to your very own TV show, Get in the Know. I am your host, Marley Blackman, Marley B. That's me. I'm also your press secretary for the city of Highland Park. So, Highland Park is going to be 100 years old on April the 4th, 2018. Is that interesting? 100 years old, right? So we're doing this big centennial celebration. The City of Highland Park Centennial Celebration Committee has a few great events planned. If you would like to learn more about the events, please, or to participate, don't hesitate to call City Hall at 313-252-0050, extension 240. I mean, they have a picnic and a barbecue and a citywide cleanup, and there's just so many things happening, and it's starting in a couple of weeks. So you want to be a part of it. You want to get involved. This is a big deal. They're trying to make sure that the city is covered with banners through up and down Woodward for the 100th centennial celebration. They're just trying to make it a big deal. They're trying to bring back some alumni people from the high school, sports actors, sports people that played basketball and football, actors and actresses, CEOs, anybody and everybody that has ever had a stake in Highland Park. They're wanting them to be a part of it. So when we want you to be a part of it, I don't know if you knew that Highland Park was turning 100 years old this year. On April 4th is Highland Park's birthday, and we will be 100. So how will you like to celebrate Highland Park's 100th anniversary or 100th birthday? How would you like to do that? So give us a call and let us know what you like to do and how you like to contribute to the birthday celebration of the city of Highland Park at 313-252-0050, extension 240. And last but not least, Highland Park has a Chamber of Commerce, right? So over a year now, they've been working really hard to develop the Chamber of Commerce, and they're doing a great job, and they want you to get involved. So if you like to be involved in the Highland Park Chamber of Commerce, it's a great organization to be involved in, and you're interested, you can call 313-718-4630, 313-718-4630. That's the Highland Park Chamber of Commerce, and that's the number that you can call to get involved in anything that they have going on. They're also really playing a big part in the 100-year celebration birthday for the city of Highland Park. So you can also call them if there's something that you want to do or you want to see happen. We can't think of everything. We need your input. So if you have some ideas that you want to see happen for Highland Park, please don't hesitate to give them a call, and they'll be able to welcome those ideas and figure out how we can implement them. So until next Monday, I will I'm gonna just cut it off here. We're gonna run into another show with Get in the Know. So stay tuned and stay locked in, and we'll be right back.
As a single mother, my first job is care about Derek. Everything that I do is from him. When I moved to Philadelphia and this apartment, after 6 months, we need to connect with the world. I use the internet to keep him in a language because that's the way to get connected with my family tradition. He has to know where he comes from. We need internet essential. There's no excuses to not get connected.
Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B, providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B, Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.